Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 17 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. And the last episode, we ended with Ross being arrested for the murder of Maze Hughes, which we know is not true. We know that it's envy. I don't know how we prove that it's envy. I know we know these people exist, but I don't know how much these people know that they exist. Now I know that Ed has seen them. He has fought with them. They have been warned by them. So, you know, I'm hoping somehow Ed can find the connection to free Ross, because we know that Ross isn't responsible. She is devastated over what happened to Hughes. But not only that, like, she's the one that has to break it to the boys. And I don't know if they're going to be like, that's why you were crying, is because you were guilty. I don't think so. But at the same time, they are emotional. They are young. And I specifically remember Armstrong saying, don't do anything rash. And I don't know if it's a jump on the bandwagon of, yeah, it has to be Ross. Let's get this through. The Ross is responsible. Ross did it. I don't think Ross would even have had a motive for it. So it doesn't make any sense anyway. So we have that. I found it very hard to watch our kids go through learning about Hughes. Roy lying about it. Obviously, that was going to come back to haunt him. I don't know if then Ed is going to say that Roy had something to do with it because of lying about it. Or, you know, even Hawkeye was like, that was cruel. Like, you needed to tell them. Roy isn't like the most emotionally open person. Like, he's not, I think, good talking about that kind of stuff. So he probably isn't the best person to tell them anyway. I don't know if Ross was the best person. I think maybe Gracia probably was. But at the same time, like, I mean, telling somebody that somebody is dead is just a really hard thing to do. And it's like pulling a Band-Aid. You just have to do it, you know? And I think Roy would probably have been very blunt and maybe a little cold about it to protect himself. Not that he doesn't feel the loss, but like, just definitely, like, he's not the person you come to for comfort, like, ever. So that's something that we have to work around. Now, we also had Cheska, who she saw Fokker. I just like saying Fokker. But she saw him and, you know, they had a chit chat and then he left. And then obviously it was envy turning into havoc to hide the fact that they were just impersonating Fokker. And even Cheska was like, what the heck just happened? But envy, you know, and now we know lust are very much infiltrating our new group. Havoc, definitely, if he got to keep his girlfriend and have a long distance relationship, this might not be happening, but he definitely is somebody that was craving probably love and connection. And I don't blame him, because Lust, she is a very, very pretty girl. Yeah, I could see. I mean, there's a reason why she's Lust, is because she's probably hard to resist. You know, him dating her, inside information, him trusting her, probably falling in love with her. I don't think Havoc is going to make it for very long. And if he does, I would be shocked. So that's going to be a complication. Now, we also have Barry, the chopper, in a room. And he is with, who is he with? He's with Fallman. Fallman has the worst job because he has to hang out with a serial killer who just is like, please just let me out so I can just go chop somebody up. Like, please. Oh, please, please, please. Yeah, never give a serial killer what they want, like, ever. I think those are like really good words to live by. Put it on a t-shirt if you want. But yeah, I don't want to be in Fallman's shoes. Fallman is ready. He's going nuts. He's going to go crazy. And I don't blame him, but at least Barry is entertaining. But Barry also seems to kind of have this affinity for Hawkeye, for where she found him in the alley. Like, you know, she was like really going after him, shooting at him. And he was like, whoa, what a strong lady you are. And I don't know if it's because he's like, I want to chop her up, or like, I am in love. I don't think either one of those scenarios are great for Hawkeye. I think if Barry likes you, that's a problem. That's a problem. We didn't get anything from Father. We didn't get anything from Hohenheim, who I think is probably the same person. We didn't get anything from Bradley. I think Roy is here to mess some shit up. I was going to say, you guys know what I was going to say, but I try to like watch it a little bit when it comes to animated shows. He was sleeping in a storeroom and Cheska was like keeping his secret safe. So he obviously knows that like he has to keep this private and keep it secret. They know that it's from a higher up. They kind of saw what Maze was in on and like what drew him there. And, you know, Ed and Al both kind of really like took it to heart that they were responsible for this, even though they're not. And like even Hughes's wife was just like, he's meddlesome. He gets in the middle of things. That's like always been his problem. Like that's always like who he is. And so he was going to get there anyway. It just, they gave him information that helped move it along, but also having the interaction with Bradley in the hospital room, that doesn't happen without those boys. And that's what really made Hughes suspect Bradley and not want to use an internal phone line, and didn't want the girl at the front desk to suffer from overhearing his conversation, because you know, she overheard the conversation he was having with Roy about like, you need to get a wife, and like, oh, my little girl is turning 3, and God, I feel so bad for everybody who like loved him, because like I loved him too. But even Winry, you know, she took it really hard, as she should. She was learning how to make an apple pie, just like Gracia, and like wanted to give that to Maze. Like that was essentially like her adopted family, and they really saw her as like an older daughter. And you know, like the little girl just opening the door and saying like "Daddy" was heartbreaking. You know, kids are hard because they don't understand death. They don't understand that it's for forever. And when things start being confirmed that it's for forever, that is heartbreaking. And, you know, I worry about Bradley's kid too, because like Bradley seems to care about Salim, but I don't know how much, and I don't know why, and I don't know what the end game is with him. And I don't know how a homunculus has an offspring, if they're part homunculi, or like if there's like a genetic way to tell that or whatever, but they're somewhat immortal. I mean, Greed had a shield and that helped make him immortal. It's funny that he like kind of wanted to become a shield, which either way, not great. So I'd like an update with all of our sins. Catch up with those guys. I find them fascinating. Scar, we saw, was traveling with the little girl May, who is from Jing. And then also with, I wrote his name down because there's Ling and Lan and Yoki. Okay, Ling was traveling with our group, and he passed out. And that means that Lan and Fu are trying to find him. And apparently this has happened before. Like, I don't know, like low blood sugar, narcoleptic. Does he see like visions and collapses from them? Like, I'm curious. Now I'm really curious in Ling. I thought he was just kind of annoying. And I was like, oh, he's the Emperor's son. And he wants immortality with the Philosopher's Stone. I don't know if it's good or bad. I think anyone seeking immortality, that can't be great. That can't be great. Even Nicholas Flamel knew at some point destroying the Philosopher's Stone was a good idea, because nobody should live forever. And then we have May and Yoki traveling with Scar, who May is also from Jing, and she might also be an Emperor's princess. But she healed, and then we were learning about alchemy, and that Scar's tattoos are rooted in alchemy. And it was mostly because of his brother. So there's definitely a vengeance that's happening because of his brother, because of the Ishvalans. He has denounced his name, his Ishvalan name. He is now a new person with a new agenda, and may God have mercy on his soul, as he kind of says it. Dare I say I like Scar, I just don't like the killing. And I'm sure the state alchemists that were involved in the Ishvalan War are the ones that he's targeting, and like their alchemy should not be used in a military sense. And that happened under Bradley, which I find curious, is that it was always alchemy for all the other places. Ooh, don't you dare. I'm curious about the alchemy and like kind of the whole map and the surrounding area. If just our center part is the part that believes that the military should be using alchemy for, you know, fighting wars, capturing criminals, whatever it may be. And then the rest of the world is like, we use it to heal. Like we're using it for good things. The North seems to be somebody we should worry about. And the East, there's a desert that you have to cross to get there. So they're kind of really, really separate. And I would imagine that the whole plan is to like push the military out and invade those areas and take control of them somehow. And I don't know if that's Father. I don't know if that's just Bradley. I don't know if there's something bigger afoot, but I'm definitely curious and I really, really want to know. So guys, I'm super excited to get into these episodes. It's so funny that like, I keep thinking to myself like, oh, it's time to watch the cartoon. And then as soon as it starts, I'm like, what was I thinking? It's Fullmetal Alchemist and it's amazing. I freaking love this show and I'm so excited to get into it. I still am a little sick. I still have a little bit of congestion. So I'm sorry if I do sound a little nasally, a little off, if I'm sniffling in the full length reactions, if I'm clearing my throat, if I cough, whatnot. I mean, you know, I'm apologizing for the noise that it makes if it's annoying, but definitely like I'm trying to get over it the best that I can, but I can't just sit around and do nothing, especially when I want to watch these things because they have a place in my heart. So I will be doing spicy ramen after this to clear the sinuses and then watch House of the Dragon. So guys, let's get into the next episode. Super excited. Let's go. The panda. I still want to know about that too, because Scar reached out to the panda, and I don't know if he was like Abomination or if he was like my childhood. I don't know. And who's the guy with the hot dog in his mouth? Hey, Roy. Are we gonna see a meeting between those two? May looks amazing. I cannot wait to see her in action. I know that like people consider this spoilers, but I can't wait. And a lot of the stuff that happens in here doesn't actually happen in the show. The stuff from the last opening I never saw in the show at all. Maybe it was from the original. I never thought of that.
This is the bullet that killed Brigadier General Hughes. It's a .45 caliber. Now tell me, what is the caliber of the gun that you carry?
It's a .45, sir.
A lot of people carry around 45s.
I fired my weapon in defense of Edward Elric while in the 5th laboratory.
Oh, yeah.
But the 5th laboratory is no longer operational. It remains unmanned.
It was definitely not unmanned.
According to your account.
Just bring out Barry the Chopper.
And if we looked for the bullet, all that we would be able to find is a pile of rubble.
You might be able to find the bullet. Go ahead. Dig, bitch. I hate him. I hate him.
You were spotted leaving the scene on the day of the murder, at the same time as the shooting.
That's impossible!
Calm down, Lieutenant.
Yeah, what's her alibi?
Fine, then. So what were you doing at that time?
Yeah.
I had the day off. I was at my parents' house visiting. Please, check with them. They'll tell you.
That's what we need to hear.
All you can offer us is your family's testimony. That is not admissible as an alibi.
What? An alibi is an alibi!
Second Lieutenant Ross is being questioned. No one is permitted inside to see her.
Come on, Armstrong. Oh. I thought he was gonna bust through the door. That was a letdown.
Yes, and it's all written in my report, but everyone's ignoring it, sir.
Mm-hmm. They want a fall guy.
Are they trying to
someone at the top.
Lieutenant for this?
Yes. Someone at the top's trying to fix it. Someone with one eye. Cold Flame. Is this a Roy story?
When you look close, you're all scratched up, aren't you? You're having a rough time of it, huh?
Jeez. Imagine polishing your own head in your hand.
I mean, you could die. Like my mom and dad.
Oh. She's had so much trauma.
You're sure being nice, Winry.
Why do you sound so surprised? I'm always nice.
Yeah.
Take that back.
Maybe stop yelling. Okay. What was that smile for, Ed?
The newspaper? Again?
Again?
Stuck here babysitting you all day. This is the only entertainment I get.
What? Ross?
Please connect me to Colonel Mustang. Yes, that's right. My code is...
What's got
look behind
so
you.
excited? Hmm? This is that lady from the laboratory.
Can he corroborate this? Will they take... I mean, they won't, like, listen to her family as an alibi, but bury the chopper? Doubt it.
The homunculi.
Mm-hmm.
How are they?
Jeez.
Here,
Don't scare me like that.
read the front page.
What is it now?
It's not Ross. You're not even gonna believe that it's Ross.
Second Lieutenant Maria Ross convicted of Brigadier General Hughes' murder.
Convicted? Not arrested, convicted? When was that trial?
What's happening?
Yeah, what is happening?
Intruder, come on, give us a hand. What?
Is it Ed?
Behave yourself.
Did he
got
bust
it?
in?
I will.
Oh, is it the people coming for him?
Lame, lame, lame.
Bury the chopper.
Stay back.
Got it. This would be a lot more
that's
fun
a-
if I was allowed to cut him up.
I was gonna say, I was like, this is surprised they didn't slice him up.
Do you think you could let me out of here?
Strange armored ghost man.
Where did you say you were from?
Xing, east of the desert.
And no one will miss you.
Come with me.
I'd be happy to.
Oh boy. Is she gonna go with Barry the Chopper? Hi.
Right now, it's looking like you'll be facing the firing squad for sure.
It's not true. They're wrong. If they would just do a proper investigation.
Yeah, oh god,
Here are
Barry.
your choices. Stay here and be killed for murder, or bust out of this joint with me. Which will it be?
You're not gonna get a fair trial. It's already... You've been convicted in public opinion, so... Let's go, Ross.
I have no choice. Oh, Dad, please forgive me.
I know, I get it. I get
Fine, let's go.
it. Fine, let's
If this is how
go.
it has to be, I'll escape with you. But you better know a way out of here, metal boy.
Ooh, you've got spunk.
He loves spunky, strong women.
It appears she's with a violent accomplice. They must be caught. If
Who
she
didn't
resists,
chop anyone, so we should be very proud of him.
The order is shoot to kill.
Roy, you know it wasn't her.
Edward, Alphonse, what are you two doing here?
Ha!
You're that guy!
Me too?
Hey guys, what are you up to?
The whole gang's back together.
Lieutenant Ross!
I fear for her. Is she gonna run into Roy? Roy, please don't do anything to her.
You're Maria Ross, right?
Roy, don't.
What was that?
Looks like they got her. Let's go, foreigner.
Okie dokie.
Let's go, foreigner.
What are you doing with a guy like him?
I'll have to fill you in later.
You know what? I think Lincoln can take care of himself. He's fine. Oh my god, Roy!
Hey there, Fullmetal.
What happened here?
What are you doing?
What happened here, Colonel? Tell me!
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Well, I don't like Douglas.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
I'm mad at Roy. Oh my god! She didn't deserve that! Oh my god, I'm so angry right now! Calm down, Ed. Calm down, Ed.
No, don't!
This bastard just killed Ross!
What? How could you do that, Colonel?
Maria Ross was a fugitive. Our orders were shoot to kill, so I did.
Unless they're pretending that that's not her, they hid her?
But you do not argue against orders. Just follow them. That's what it means to be a soldier.
Oh, God. I'm hoping that wasn't her.
Perhaps then it was one of your men who aided Lieutenant Ross's escape.
One of my men? But
Excuse me?
Why, Colonel? So you could burn her to death with your own hand.
I'm hoping that Roy had a plan behind that besides just that.
Her body was almost completely destroyed. But judging from what little dental work remained, I was able to conclude that this is indeed Maria Ross.
Jesus.
It's an awful thing you did. You must have held quite a grudge against her, didn't you, Colonel? Is the vengeance as sweet as you imagined it?
Damn, Roy.
The famous hero of the Ishvalan War going this far against a little girl. It makes me sick.
Same, to be honest.
She was so straightforward and earnest, compassionate. A truly fine officer.
Perhaps you should take some leave. Back east, where I was. None of the big city noise, and lots of beautiful women.
What is happening? Is Maria really dead? Are they covering it? Did they pull her teeth and put it in a dead body?
What's this?
It's a request for leave.
At a time like this?
Is that a no?
No, it's fine.
Thank you very much, sir.
I am interested to see where this is going. This is all very suspicious.
Nobody saw me.
Everybody saw you. Everybody saw you.
You're just a helpless soldier held captive by a big bad criminal. What were you supposed to do?
Huh?
He's like, Barry's like helping them get away with shit.
Out there?
Building a signal fire?
Bringing someone back here you know nothing about? How can you be so stupid?
We've been looking for you.
And they made it. Look at how quickly that was.
Time.
Yeah.
Looks like a party.
Sorry, Pullman.
Are you sure your assistant won't give you grief for blowing off work to talk on the phone?
Nope, the coast is clear. And a good thing, too, or else I wouldn't be able to talk to you.
Something's up.
So how do you like that? He's whipped.
No, he's not.
I could use a nice, relaxing fishing trip.
To the east?
Care to come along?
What is happening? What is happening?
Yeah, who is it? What are you...
What are you doing? What's happening?
Major, what the hell did you do that for?
This is no good. No good at all. Your automail seems to be broken.
Okay.
Yes, this is a serious situation indeed. We'll have to repair it at once. And you, Alphonse Elric, you would stand out too much, so you remain here in Central.
Okay.
Okay.
We need to make arrangements for transportation right away. Come along, Edward.
Oh, something is up. I cannot wait to see how this pans out. Roy, if you came up with a plan, you the man.
These are my orders. From him.
Bradley? Or Roy?
Finally, everyone's out of the way.
Everyone who? For what?
But you've got plenty of manpower right here.
Chimeras?
It looks like you're finally on. Bury the chopper.
Wait, the real Barry the Chopper? No! Oh. Oh my gosh. Ross better still be alive. That's all I have to say. Okay, so I feel like something happened here. Barry the Chopper breaking Ross out, and then Roy killing Ross, and it being confirmed that it was her with dental records in front of other people with a dig. I'm trying to find a way for me to be okay with what Roy did. I don't know, because it seemed like Fullman didn't know about Barry escaping. I don't know. There's definitely a plan afoot. Roy is definitely up to something. Hawkeye going away. Armstrong taking Edward away. I'm like trying to like put it all together, but I don't think I can. And I'm glad I'm going to watch the next episode because I'm definitely finding this very intriguing. Okay, first of all, there's two Barry the Choppers. One that is still in a cage, who is either recreated with a Philosopher's Stone, or that's the body of Barry the Chopper, and they were able to separate the two? And the soul's attached to the armor to make him somewhat immortal. And this one is the internal beast of Barry the Chopper. I don't know. How perplexing. This show is so good. Now, I don't know if he said the order came from him, if that meant Bradley or if that meant Roy. I don't know if Roy actually killed Maria or they are setting it up to look like he killed Maria, because they too believe Maria to be innocent. And Roy having and wanting a revenge on somebody makes sense. Armstrong could be putting on a performance that, like, his subordinate, like, dying, like, and being upset about it. Like, I don't know what I just watched, but there is definitely a plan. Roy gonna take leave and him talking sweet nothings to somebody just because Hawkeye was out of the way. Hawkeye could have been on the other end of that phone and set it up to where he could also take leave, and that he's going to be leaving with somebody else. And so he would have someone with him. They could be heading east. Ling is now back with Fu and Lan. And Barry helped him out. I don't know why he helped a foreigner out. I don't know. I was like, no, nobody's going to miss a foreigner. So yeah, like, he could chop him up. So I don't really know, like, who is this new Barry the Chopper and why is he helping people? And, like, I feel like he could have easily just chopped people in the jail. So the fact that he didn't is interesting. We actually haven't seen him kill anybody since he's been in the armor. And the fact that they just, like, quickly convicted Ross, and like that, like, they didn't have a trial, that her family's, account of her being somewhere else is an alibi, like that doesn't work in court. And I was like, well, I guess, like, Barry the Chopper could be like, she shot at me, here's the bullet hole. Like, I'm like, they're not going to listen to a suit of armor with a soul attached of a serial killer that was supposedly supposed to be imprisoned, that was at the 5th laboratory that blew up, that wasn't supposed to be manned, but he was manning it. So I'm really not sure what is happening, what's going on, and what to expect in the next episode, but I'm really excited to get there, and I'm going to hurry up and get there. So guys, if you want to watch a full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon, and up to 4 episodes early. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Were you confused watching this? Because I know I was confused. And not only that, but did this come out weekly? And, like, did you have to wait a week? Actually, you know what I think I can do is I can look. So it says the next episode, The Arrogant Palm of a Small Human. Oh, Jesus. But the Comrade one was October 3rd, 2016. Cold Flames is October 3rd, 2016. So maybe they released the entire season at one time. But I would say two Barry the Choppers, Roy killing Ross, that beautiful moment between Winry and the boys and them being very emotionally open, Ed asking for advice and her being surprised by it, and like Al even being like, why are you being so nice? And Winry being like, I'm always nice, and, losing her head. It's just, like, great. It's very brotherly and sisterly between her and Al, but, like, very much not between her and Ed. Like, there's just, like, a lot of surprises in this episode. This definitely feels like a different season than the first 16 episodes or the first 15 episodes, whatever it was. Or 14, I don't know, 13, 12, 14, 12, 12. I don't know. But you could tell I'm wired. You could tell I'm excited. You could tell I want to get to the next one. So guys, come back here for the next episode because I'm eager to see what this damn plan is because it seems fascinating. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.